Okay, this is an update on the previous build using Paingorgers and Heartseeker. I think it's a lot of fun. Uh, maybe, pushed up to like 124, 123 pits with it. I haven't really tried too hard, so it's just a really easy build. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so here we go. Pelican's Crest. This, you can use Tyrael's Might, you can use the Andaro's Visage here if you would like, but you're going to need more defenses there. From the last time, I have less health. I have an anti-venom on right now, so we're going with a little more damage and a little squisher. Anyway, so starting out, Harlequin's Crest. We are going with not the Tyrael's Might this time, right? Even though that makes us more tanky. We're actually just going to go with this so we can get some more damage. Alright, so we have our lucky hit chance to daze there. Subterfuge skills, giving us a little more DR on our Dark Shrouds. Okay, Paingorger's really important to have with this. It has really good synergy with Shadow Imbuement and then, right, like a Penetrating Shot or Barrage, whichever you choose. So, coming down, Heartseeker Pants. Now we want the stun is the important thing here. Lucky hit chance to stun. The imprint is also important. Increased critical strike damage against frozen or stunned enemies. Pretty sure we're double dipping that too when the boss is stunned, right? Because he is frozen and stunned. And we are going to be freezing and stunning a lot of things, right? So stun on the pants, freeze on the boots, right? And then we have that extra chance to daze there, which is a separate modifier. And we deal extra damage to daze targets, right? Vampiric power on the bow. And then we're coming over here. We have our 30% increased damage to knocked down or stunned enemies. So we're going to be doing both of those as well. All right. And then we have this right here. This can be swapped out for your higher damage multiplier if you're using Barrage. That's the advantage of using Barrage here. I'm going to use Penetrating Shot this time because it's a little different and it works pretty good as well. And it has a high lucky hit chance. So, all right, coming up right here, just increase attack speed. All right, preference of ring. Star of the Skies, pretty important here to get that 50% damage modifier. All right, and then Frigid Finesse, and then, right, basic skills dealing extra damage because Heartseeker is our main source of damage here. All right, coming over, we're doing combo points, and go with our skill tree. Heartseeker, same thing. All right, this time we're going to be using Penetrating Shot. Like I said, though, you can use Barrage, and you can swap that other one out for more damage. It does do more damage to a single target if you're not using that, so more single target damage, you want to use Barrage, and then swap that one weapon out for something that gives you extra damage, right? Caltrops, right? And then trying to get that extra duration on Caltrops so we can enhance the DPS there. Dash, okay, this is important, concussive, right? We want to get this extra critical strike chance, and we're going to be dazing them, then critically striking them, so they're going to get knocked down, and that's going to trigger that. It's also going to trigger, if you remember previously, that extra damage that we have to knock down enemies. All right. Of course, Dark Shroud, Shadow Imbuement, right here, right? Every time it explodes, it's going to make them vulnerable. Make sure they're vulnerable, even though they probably will be, since we are running that. We're running a lot of Lucky Hit, but this is just to ensure that that is the case. You can run that other one if you want, but I prefer that. Frigid Finesse, of course. Okay. You come down here into Innervation and actually just to get Second Wind to give you more Lucky Hit chance, because we are going to be spending energy. This is just a little extra run speed. And of course, Victimize. It's going to synergize in this really well. Okay, Paragon boards changed a lot since last time. Okay, so we're going to come down. And here's the first one, right? Just adding some critical strike there. Every point here is, I really couldn't sacrifice any more. So that's what I got there. That might be able to be optimized. Don't look too far into that. All right, we're going to come up into the next board, which is the Cunning Stratagem board. We're going to grab all these because these are all basic, a lot of basic damage there, which, Heartseekers are basic. So there we go. Vulnerable damage, exploit, always making sure they're vulnerable. Okay. And our next tree we're coming up into is exploit weakness. All right. So we're going to branch 3 times off of this time. And our glyph is going to be crowd control. Right there. Going over to the right here, cheap shot with the glyph chip. Okay. As such. Over here, we are going into fluidity, and we're using this so we can grab extra health here, more extra, yeah. So we want to try to get as much health and resistances out of our tree as possible. So And we're going to come up to the top here, and this is going to be the deadly ambush. We're just going to grab that. And you notice we're grabbing all of these resistances and maximum lives here. Max life resistance. Right, so that'll max you out on 2 of the resistances, and then depending on your gear here, that way you can get all the resistance by just running, right, your 3, whatever resistances you don't have, you should be able to be maxed in. So maxing out all the resistances without having any resist on the gear, which is nice. All right, and then I think that's it. So we're gonna go into it. Since I did a 105 last time, we'll do a 105 again, and we'll see how this goes. So yeah, a lot of versatility. It's a lot of fun. Might not be total meta if you're really trying to push really high in the pits, but like I said, I've pushed up to like 123 with this, so 124 without having pushed super hard. I'm pretty sure I could go higher, but yeah, just a lot of fun and very simple to use. I mean, you're just basically casting 3 of your basics and casting a penetrating shot, or as you see fit. You're just trying to keep that Starless Skies buff up as you're going through this. And so we're going to try to avoid all the bad stuff on the ground, because we are pretty squishy now too. As opposed to last time we had Tyrael's Might, you could kind of stand in whatever you wanted and everything. But we are trying to optimize just for absolute raw damage and killing power. So you can also optimize for more run speed with this build. Like I said, I'm kind of trying to just optimize damage, and I feel like I'm fast enough, so we're just going to go with it. And yeah, penetrating shot, very good for maps like this, because every time we're hitting them with those skills, right, they are getting hit with the pain. They're getting marked with the Paingorgers. So you notice every time you're attacking one guy, right, they're all taking damage. They're all taking damage from the shadow imbuement too. They're getting detonated. It's pretty cool synergy. And I'm going to kill, run past most of these ads or whatever and go to the elites. But, that's kind of the beauty about this build is, it wipes out the ads so easily that it's, you might as well just hose them down. It's very easy to kill them. All right. Well, that guy almost took us out. Yeah, well, you gotta kind of watch out with this, because I am running all the dexterity. But right, if you look for a little more survivability, right, you can swap out a little bit of that dexterity for HP, and that'll give it to you. You can also swap out where the extra damage to stun and knock down guys or whatever is, or on the chest piece, critical strike damage to stunned or frozen. You can swap that out for some more defense if you want, a 20% DR. But this is just how I'm running it, because yeah, I'm trying to maximize damage. And higher in the pits, it just seems kind of like you just got to be able to kill that boss fast enough, right, to just not have to worry about it. You want to get carpal tunnel fighting the boss and have 30 seconds left. And we're going to take a gamble and go this way. Oh, I'm going to take that. Hopefully we got enough guys right here to get our portal up. Yeah, we do. Alright, cool. Alright, boss room. You can kind of be the same. I don't like to drop the caltrop right off the bat, because I want to get, that thing a little bit staggered first and then come in. So that way the caltrop is, oh, we're going to get out of the way of that. That's going to be bad if we stand in that. Alright. There we go. And that's the showcase. And that's the build. Now, like I said, for more single target damage, you use barrage, and then, put more damage here. And there's ways to optimize this as well, but this is what I'm using right now. It's really fun, and it just makes for, like I said, on console, it's very easy to use. Just, yeah, it doesn't require, you need the Paingorgers, and yeah, like some of these imprints, right? When you're doing your ring and stuff, that's very hard to get vulnerable and shadow imbue. So bricking things is, with this, but you can change things as you want. But the Paingorgers is kind of the key aspect of this, right? So it's a lot of fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.